Hi, I'm Lexi Bankson from HBS 7, and this is my Biomed TED Talk. Time. What is it? The dictionary defines time as the duration in which all things happen, or a precise instant that something happens. Thomas Edison once said, "There is time for everything." However, time is limited. Time doesn't stop even if you do. For a few months now, my family has been at a disconnect. We had gotten so used to the fact that we no longer knew what was going on in each other's lives. We weren't communicating, we weren't talking. My oldest sister, Amber, has begun studying for the MCAT. My other sister, Allie, in her first year of college. My little brother, Tristan, filling out high school forms. My little sister, Zoe, and my little brothers, Cameron and Jackson, like Pokemon. My mom is taking care of my baby sister, Quinn, and my dad goes to work. Other than that, I knew close to nothing. Our once close family, we became, in a sense, strangers. We didn't know what was going on in each other's lives. As time went on, each of us had dealt with the fact that we weren't connecting anymore. I felt this growing pit in my stomach. I was frustrated. I was angry. I felt lonely. And I was sad. But I didn't particularly know how to talk about it. I have the type of personality where I bottle emotions up in order to pretend I'm okay. And after a while, I tend to forget what I was even upset about. My family, in a sense, was breaking apart. So, we called a family meeting in which started out with a chore chart that we were oddly excited about putting together. A chore chart. But I came to the realization that we had been so excited about putting this together because it was the first time we had a real conversation since we had the disconnect. Then came the dreadful family meeting in which all of us knew would end with all of us crying at least once. So, we discussed the disconnect we had been going through. Tears came, and we finally realized that we were lacking communication. We weren't setting enough time aside for each other. We decided that Sundays we would write one positive thing down and put it in our positivity box, and we'll read it during brunch. Next thing we knew, Zoe had begun teaching all of us ballet, which somehow led to a flexibility contest, which my brother Tristan has never been particularly flexible at all. He couldn't even kick higher than his knee, where my sister Amber, who has always been flexible, kicked so high that her tiny body flew to the floor and she completely wiped out. There was the initial silence of, "Oh no, is she okay?" followed by the all-around laughter. It was just bursting laughter. So after hours of laughing and talking, we filled out our positive note cards and we went off to bed so we could have brunch in the morning. Waking up, I remembered the conversations withheld last night. And I couldn't help but smile to myself because things were finally starting to get better. So I came downstairs to a delicious breakfast or brunch, and we read the note cards, and I realized there was a common moment written: Amber wiping out on the floor. That one moment in which all of us took away a positive feeling, and all of us were once again in sync with something. So I ask you, is a minute just a minute? Or is it a moment? Time itself is not particularly precious because it is infinite, but because a minute will end and a day will end. But it's what you made of that day or minute that is truly special. So I'll leave you with this. George Harrison stated, "It's being here in the now that's important. There is no past and there is no future. Time is a very misleading thing. All there is ever is the now. We can gain experience from the past, but we can't relive it. And we can hope for a future, but we don't know if there is one." Thank you for listening.